I'm your host, Trisha Shetty, and today we are going to dive deep into the domestic fan market, a segment that's evolving rapidly both in scale and sophistication. Joining us today is Mr. Gaurav Dhawan, Business Head of Electrical Consumers Durables at Orient Electric and the Chairman of the Indian Fan Manufacturers Association. With over 24 years of experience across FMCG and FMEG, Mr. Dhawan brings a unique blend of strategic foresight and operational excellence. He has built powerful winning brands, driven double digit growth, and has consistently translated consumer insights into sharp portfolio strategies. His imprint on the fan industry is both deep and future focused. As IFMA chairman, he plays a pivotal role in shaping the collective voice and vision of the sector. Welcome, Mr. Dhawa. It's a pleasure having you with us
Thank you,
today.
Trisha. Glad to be here.
Wonderful. As we begin, I would like to mention that the domestic fan market is evolving rapidly, and your perspective will truly set the stage for meaningful conversations ahead. So let's begin by understanding where the market is currently standing and where it's headed.
All of us as consumers would have either bought or used fans. Just to give you a little context about the industry, this industry now, the domestic fan market, has become very, very competitive. So it has always had five, six large players. But what has now seen in the last few years is entry of startups, entry of new players, also entry of players who were traditionally strong in other electrical categories like wires, cables, getting into fans. Approximately, as per market sources, this industry is around 13,000 crores from a manufacturer's point of view. It is growing from the last 2, 3 years by 6 to 7%. But this industry has seen some significant changes in the last few years. Number one, this industry has become very, very competitive with entry of new players with deep pockets. Second, it has also seen shifts in technology with BLDC fans, which is a relatively new technology compared to induction fans, also making an entry in the last 5, 6 years. From a consumer point of view, I think consumer has a lot more choices in fans than it had in last 8 to 10 years.
That sounds like the winds are blowing in every direction.
Yes, it is.
So every industry has its shares of hurdles. What would you say are the key challenges that is being faced by the domestic market today?
It's a summer product mostly, although fans are used all through the year. But one of the big challenges of fan industry is that there is consumer offtake does get impacted by a summer. So like this year, the summer was not so great. It was not very hot. So early monsoon happened most parts of the India by mid-May. So number one challenge I would say is that the seasonality affects the fan industry. Number two challenge, I think, for fans is that still commodity prices play a part in overall industry volume. So I think commodity would be number two challenge. Number three challenge would be that there is a lot of regulation in this industry now. There is a frequent upgradation of star ratings, etc., where the manufacturers have to comply with every 2 or 3 years stricter mandates on star rating. So what had happened many years back on washing machines and AC is now happening on fans. So these are some of the challenges which I think the industry is facing.
That's definitely not a breeze when you're juggling prices and
Yeah.
tech in seasons.
Yes.
So, Mr. Dhawan, energy efficiency and star ratings are two buzzwords that's going on at the moment. How do you see their role stepping into the fan market?
So already this industry saw star rating few years back, and we are getting into another round of ratcheting upwards of star ratings on ceiling fans in January 26. So one, from a consumer point of view, who obviously gets new technology, gets energy efficient fan. Just to give you a context, maybe a fan 15, 20 years back used to be 70, 80 watt. Now it is 30, 32 watt. From an energy point of view, consumer does win by saving on the energy cost. And I think it will continue to be this as India is signatory for a lot of energy saving interventions at a global level. This will continue to be a part of the ecosystem going ahead. And I think both the government and the IFMA, the part of Manufacturers Association, has done a good job as of now of educating the consumer. But this is a journey, Trisha, which will continue, where consumers will continue to benefit and manufacturers have to step up their game and technologies to give more energy efficient products to the consumer. So that's how I see the evolution of star ratings and energy efficiency.
So this is a proof that stars are not just in the sky, but now they're on ceilings too.
Yeah, yeah. It is. If you go and buy your fans currently, they would be rated 1 star, 2 star, or 5 star.
That's interesting. So, are there any visible shifts in how the consumers are making fan purchases or choosing the models?
What I've seen in the last few years is that number one, what products were pushed through retailers, now the consumers have more choice. Especially the young couples who are building their house for the first time or owning a house for the first time do actually both either go to the shop to buy or they search online and then they go to the shop to buy it. So number one, consumer is making a preference basis some parameters. Like I said, it could be energy efficiency of a fan, it could be great designs of the fan, it could be technology like voice controlled fans now, or it could also be because of colors, etc. So I think there are choices made on product, there are choices made on color, there are also choices made as far as channels are concerned. So there is, if you see, there are people who have started buying fans on quick commerce. There are consumers who are buying on Flipkart or Amazon. So there have been changes in consumer buying behavior. There has been changes on consumer criteria of selecting a fan. Just to give you an example, many years back, white or maybe brown used to be 90-95% of the sales. Now we see a lot of new colors being bought. We see the blue shades, the gray shades, the creams of the world being bought. So there is now the fan is seen as a part of the internal decor of the house. And women and young women, especially, are making a lot of choices with regard to men. And this is a clear shift we have seen in the last 10-15 years.
I agree with you, Mr. Dhawan. From impulsive buys to planned purchases, I feel like fans have their own cool factors
Yes.
today. Let's talk growth. So, where do you see the biggest opportunities in the domestic market today?
As more and more customers and consumers buy their own fan and are not dependent on architects or builders, I think there are 2-3 avenues where I see growth. One avenue obviously is ceiling fans, TPW, which is table pedestal walls, will continue to grow. But I think there is going to be a sector where, say, personal fans could become big. If you see, if somebody watched Wimbledon recently, people were using a lot of battery operated personal fans. So I think there are clear opportunity areas. There is going to be personal uses fan, which is only for one person rather than putting it in the room. So I think there is going to be an opportunity for personal fan. I think there is a growing market for BLDC fans because they are energy efficient. BLDC will continue to increase year on year. Percentage of BLDC fans will, it's already 15-20% of all ceiling fan. I think it will become 30 odd percent in couple of years. Third area, I think there is going to be a lot of technology integration where youngsters, especially who's building first time house, will want to have a IoT enabled smart homes where they would integrate the fan with the lighting, etc. So you will see a lot of changes with regard to energy efficiency, better design, personal fans, luxury fans is another segment above 15,000, which is growing, where people want, for example, their farmhouses or big drawing rooms, big fans, which anyways are big in America. Those are called big fans in US. So I think those are some parameters which will dominate the market in the next few years. I think a lot of work will happen on those sides.
In the widespread broad fan category, which segment are still seeing the highest growth?
So what we typically see, Trisha, is that depending on how good the summer has been, economy and TPW are summer dependent product. And if you think logically, that's true for a value conscious customer. If there is very, say, 40-45 temperature, he will go and buy say a 1500 fan. So what we have historically seen in this industry is that the TPW and economy fans are dependent on the summer seasonality. The segments which are continue to grow, like I said, BLDC continues to grow. We are seeing growth in super premium segment because those are typically not so price sensitive consumers. Suppose you're building a new house or you're changing into a replenishing your house or refurnishing your house, you would tend to buy independent of the season the fan. So I think there are pockets of growth in super premium. There are pockets of growth in luxury fan. BLDC will continue to grow. But I also think that personal fans, etc., tower fans will also continue to grow. I think that's the next segment which will grow.
From ceilings to corners, every space needs its own
Yes,
core
correct.
companies. Correct. So let's talk distribution now.
Yeah.
How is e-commerce reshaping reach and engagement in the fan industry?
So broadly, from industry understanding, fans are sold in say 1 to 1.2 lakh outlets in general trade, which are typically your electrical shops. So they continue to sell fans. What we have seen is between the top e-commerce players, 7 to 8, 9% of the value is coming from e-commerce. I think where e-commerce becomes important is that consumer is able to navigate, look for the feature, look for the price, and choose. So I think e-commerce is also helping a lot of consumers to check the pricing, check the features, and then go to a maybe a normal electrical shop and bargain at a good rate, etc. But e-commerce will continue to grow. We have also seen quick commerce entry of fans in some quick commerce, and those are also typically a little more impulse purchase than a thought out purchase. But I think along with general trade, quick commerce, e-commerce, all channels will continue to see good growth and good traction.
That's such a smart change and a revelation.
Yes,
When
it is.
fans meet your digital shelves, it's just a breeze of convenience.
I agree.
How are regional preferences influencing product strategies for fan companies?
One of the things we see is that markets of South and West do have higher preferences of table, pedestal, or wall, which is TPW fans. We see that. South is in like most technologies, South was an early adopter even in BLDC. So I think a lot of, if you see percentage of BLDC fans sold is highest in South. So I think that way South has led the BLDC adoption. Typically, North markets and East markets are more value conscious, and you see a greater percentage of economy fans being sold in these markets. But North also, along with pockets of South, etc., have decorative fans which sell all through the year. North also has one more aspect where typically what you call loud in inverted commas, big, bold, colorful metallic fans are also sold in North. So I think there are some regional preferences, and most of the manufacturers continue to provide for these regional preferences.
So, in today's market, are consumers really ready to pay extra for just style and for features?
So I think this question is relevant for all consumers across category. It's not only relevant for fans. We will get into detail on fans, but I think typically an Indian consumer is a value conscious customer in the sense that he or she seeks value for the price they pay. So I think in fan market they are willing to pay a premium. I think it maybe 5 years back it started with remote controlled fans where they were willing to pay some 5% extra for a remote fan. Now they are willing to pay for, say, sleek designs, cutting edge designs. So I think they are willing to pay for colors like wooden color fans have become big recently. So they are willing to pay where they see value. The value could be in decorative fans, the value could be in top end internet enabled IoT fans, the value could also be in very sleek personal fans. So I think they are willing to pay, but there are different cohorts of customers. So, for example, there are customers who want to show off gold plated fans where they're willing to pay for those decorative fans. There are customers who want technologically IoT enabled smart fans where they are willing to pay smart fans. And I think it's on the challenge is on the manufacturers to keep matching the price value equation. I think those are the challenges which we as manufacturers face, that how do you keep updating your product catering to the emerging needs of the consumer, yet deliver value for the price they pay.
So, very clearly fitting the vibe and fitting the budget both are equally
Yes,
important.
they are.
So, that was a deep and insightful session with Mr. Dhawan, helping us understand how the fan industry is revolutionizing the future of innovation in the Indian fan market. Thank you, Mr. Dhawan, for joining us and giving us your insights.
Thank you, Trisha. I really enjoyed our discussion. Thank you.
Likewise, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, listeners, for tuning in to IFMA On Air. Stay with us as we bring more such thought provoking episodes with industry leaders across the fan manufacturing ecosystem. Until next time, stay cool and stay curious.